Yo, what up, folks? It's your boy Ski Suma, and we're here today with some Steelrising gameplay footage. This is brand new footage, apparently. So, before we get into that, Steelrising is being pushed back until September 8th, it seems like. According to Game Informer, Steelrising has been pushed back to September 8th. They haven't really given us a reason why. We'll be looking out for that. But for right now, we're going to take a look at the gameplay and see what it's about, because I was really excited to see this game, and it's when I saw the trailer. And I did want to see some footage. Like I said, we need to get these companies to give us footage when it comes to like preparing us for a game, because these cinematic trailers don't do anything for us anymore. We're in 2022. Come on now, guys. All right, let's take a look at this gameplay video, and we're gonna see how we feel about it.
Hello friends and welcome to New Gameplay. Today I am Alex Stadnik and we got a special one for you. We are joined by the developers behind Steelrising to talk about their exciting new game. So I'll shut up and let them go to it.
Steelrising is an RPG, but very action-oriented compared to our previous game. And it's a game that is set during the French Revolution, but it's a twisted version of the French Revolution because we have some automatons. And the player will play
It looks very
as an
stiff.
automat, but there are also a whole army of automatons in Paris that you will have to fight as a player. You will find the usual mechanics of RPGs, so of course equipment, skills, and attributes. But
Okay, so
we
Souls-like,
really
of
wanted
course.
to use the fact that our character is an automaton to introduce some
That's crazy.
specificities to
What?
that. So you can also add some new modules into your own body to change, to improve some aspects, improve some skills. All your weapons will get out of your own body. You will also be able to unlock some tools through your roster.
Yes.
So while fighting some bosses, you will find these tools that will allow you to discover the environment in a different way. For example, you will find a grapple that will allow you to, use some different path in the levels.
Yeah.
And it's true that one difference compared to what you were saying. At the beginning, it's
looks
a bit
really
lighter,
choppy.
of course, because there is, the introduction to the game. But then you will be able to choose using a carriage the different part of Paris you want to visit, and I can escape a boss fight, for example, if you feel that you're still too weak to fight it, and visit another place of Paris, discover new monsters, of course, grow your experience to become stronger, to go back to this boss later. So it's not that, linear than usual games like that, but it's not an open world anyway, so it's still I would say story-driven, but with some choices and ways to discover the story.
You can unlock new location in Paris, and you can
That's pretty dope.
upgrade your character spending your experience point on attributes. You can play different style of combat depending on the weapon that you use. Weapons have special attacks that can be used, such as a shield or a shooting special attack that you can use, and you also can customize your gear.
If we're talking about weapons, there are plenty of different weapons. Of course, each weapon has different version. What is more important for each style of weapons is that it's really changing the type of gameplay. Some weapons are, very heavy, so of course slower to manipulate, but will have a huge impact on the enemies. Or some are more of like the fans, of course lighter, and allows you to do some more quicker attack, but will do less damages and won't have this kind of impact on the enemies. So it's really depending on how you like to play and what type of profile of character you want to create. Each boss is completely unique, and they are more clever in some way than the random automats that are, just patrolling the streets. And you will discover through the story how they were created, how they are even moved in some ways, and why are they that different than the others. But their story is really some part of the things that we would like to discover. There are plenty of objects and items that will carry some lore, so it can be notes, letters, this type of things that will help you understand the weakness of this different boss and give you some clues on
Wait, is that
the best
oil?
way to fight them. If you realize that a boss is weaker to a specific type of damages, you can still, switch your weapon and adapt also the consumable you're using
Yeah.
to
As
make more
well.
damage. Some side quests will result with an encounter with a boss or an half boss or something like
Yeah.
that. So there are plenty of things that you're not obliged to do, and that can really impact the story, the choice you will be able to make, the different allies you can find. So it's yeah, depending on what you decide to discover and how deep you want to go into the world. Of course, the length of your game will be different than someone who is going just straight to the end of the story. We really hope you will have fun anyway, even if it's different from our previous games, because we really worked story, and we really try to keep what was something like a spider's mark to the type of universe we create. And yeah, we try to make this game at least accessible to as much people as we can.
It's a good first game like that you can experience. If you are afraid from that type of game, I think that Steelrising can be a good first experience of that type of action RPG game.
All right. So we have that. We're just gonna go ahead and play this back. This time with the mute. Just to see what we missed here. Honestly, it looks really stiff. I can't personally say I like it. Like, it looks cool with the cinematics, which is probably why they only did cinematics before. But it looks really stiff. That's my one complaint. It looks really stiff. It looks, I don't even know how else to put it. Like, the attacks look kind of like, and I guess it's because they're machines. It would make sense. Like, the attacks wouldn't be super fluid unless because it's supposed to be like during the Revolution era. So it makes sense since it's all kind of like steampunk robots and stuff that the attacks aren't super fluid. Okay, I get that. But the world around it looks decent. It's just the texture looks weird. I don't know how to explain it. Once again, it might be because of the era. It might be because of the time period. I might have to watch this one and see how it turns out. I might have to watch and see how this one turns out because I might have to watch people play it before I actually decide if I'm going to get it. I do love all Souls-like games except for Bloodborne, like that game. But this one, I might have to keep my eye out on. I'm just not sure if I'm going to be getting it day one. We'll see what happens. We'll see. We'll definitely see what happens when it comes out. September 8th. It's not that far away, to be honest. There was one thing I saw that I was kind of like, what? And it was during the boss battle, actually. There it is. So the oil can heal is actually really cool. I like the fact that it's an oil can, you just heal quickly. There's those concussion grenades. And this part I'm guessing is what would they consider a visceral attack? I'm not sure. Well, there's no cinematic to it, so it wouldn't have been a visceral attack. That's what I wanted to see again, just to make sure. Because I wasn't sure if it was going to be like, Dark Souls style stagger attack where, you break the crap out of the enemy. But, yeah, it didn't seem like that's what that was, so I'm not sure. It does have a bit of exploring in the dimensional scape, so you can go on top of buildings and stuff, which is cool. I've always liked the fact that you can, actually traverse a city when you're in a city, rather than being stuck on like the ground level or on the roof level. You can actually go in between the buildings and on top of the buildings and inside the buildings, so that's pretty cool. Like the only complaint I have is that it's so stiff, but for the game type that it is, I would understand it. I would understand why it's stiff because of the character representation. How about that? I think that's a better way to put it. The character representation makes it why the way it should be. Why it is the way it should be. The air dash is really cool. I was kind of like, what is that? But I realized it's an air dash. She's probably using like some type of jet propulsion or something to move forward. But yeah, tell me what you guys think about Steelrising. I'm gonna keep my eyes open on it. the more I watch it, the more I look at it, the more I'm like, I'll play it, but they have like these weird frame drops in there. I'm hoping those aren't in the game. I'm really hoping those frame drops aren't there when the game comes out. But if they polish it a bit more, like, I'm not sure what the reason is that they're delaying it. But if they polish it a bit more, then I feel like this could be something I'd actually play. I'm not sure it would beat Elden Ring because Elden Ring seems to be this game of the year already. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, keep an eye out for it. I will definitely keep an eye out for it. This is SK. Let me know what you guys think about this game in the comments. Like, subscribe, and share. Please help me get some subscribers, guys. I'm low. Like, I've been at 2,000 for like 3 years now. Then again, no, that's no excuse. It's my own fault. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Peace.